If you're anything like me, you tend to get a little dizzy when playing Xiao, but love him as a character and want to use him. And I'm not gonna lie, I actually really like Xiao's normal attack sequence a ton. And to me, it's kind of a shame that you never actually get to use it. So I tried out something different, and that was to support Xiao, like you probably read in the title and saw in the thumbnail if you click this video. And you're probably like, wait a minute, how do you make Xiao into a support character? He's made for DPS. And you're not wrong. But basically what I chose to do was I took Xiao, I put him on a Favonius Lance, R5 thankfully, but it's only level 70. And I have a 4-piece Viridescent on Xiao, which obviously is not making him a DPS character, and you're actually wanting to proc swirls. So what we're going to do today is actually use the double Hydro team of Yelan and Xingqiu. And just for clarity, Yelan is on also a level 70 Favonius weapon, and then I'm throwing in Yunjin as my 4 slot. Again, also on Favonius, but this one only level 60. So really low leveled gear comparatively to like what this team could really do if I had all of this leveled up. My Yelan is still newer. She is 81 out of 90, but she sees 0. And her talents are only 167. And basically what we're doing here is we're making Xiao a driver for a double Hydro team. You can probably look up a ton of videos and see why Yelan and Xingqiu are pretty OP duo together. And what we're going to do is use Xiao as the driver with his normal attacks. And so in a little bit, I'm gonna show a run actually on one of my viewers' accounts. It's her alt account, and it's using a support Xiao with a team setup like this. But to basically demonstrate how this works, you just go into Xingqiu, use his burst. We're gonna use Yelan's burst. And then I have Yunjin because mine is C6. And then Xiao, I'm just using his normal attacks, and we're just gonna hit a ton of the rain swords and Yelan's burst also in there. And so we're gonna use Xiao as a driver for that. He talks about how cracked Fav weapons are, yet not a single level 90. That just shows how cracked they are. To me, that just shows how cracked they are. The reason, okay, and look, the reason we're using Favonius weapons is because of all the energy we're gonna generate. All these characters are pretty energy hungry. Xiao, Yelan, Xingqiu, and honestly, I don't really need a Sang Sword because these 3 other characters have Favonius weapons on them, which basically means once they hit a crit, I'm getting more energy particles, and plus Xingqiu and Yelan are going to help battery each other. So even though none of these Favonius weapons are level 90, this is still able to do a ton of damage, and if you have these level 90, you're going to see way better results than me. So before I show the footage from that run, I'll show you kind of how this works. I'll test it out on the Maguu Kenki on 12.2. Okay, so to demonstrate how this works against Maguu Kenki, we'll start it and we'll wait the like 20 million seconds he takes to wake up. But then pretty much what we're going to do is once he wakes up, we're going to do Xingqiu Q, a couple of E's with Sack Sword, and then we're going to use Burst often to just do iframes, especially against Maguu Kenki. And then Xiao going into his Burst, and then we're just going to do normal attacks. And as you can see, his HP is just getting drained, and he's already about to go into the second phase right here. What's nice about Xiao too is you can just do a high jump, and you can actually iframe a lot of Maguu Kenki's attacks with that high plunge. And then we just go into here, and then again, we can just iframe with Yelan with her burst. And as you see, there's not really any energy problems because of all these Favonius weapons. Even when I do this with Xiao, and then I hit his Q, pretty much this goes into, and I mean 2 phases, and pretty much his HP is all the way drained. And then once I run out of Xingqiu's burst and Yelan's burst, and I just restart the entire rotation all over again. And then I frame that again. We're into that, and it's just infinite loops of bursts because of these Favonius weapons. And just like that, in just over a minute, he's already dead. So that's the basic premise of how this team functions. I'm going to show a run from an account that I did for a viewer whose investment is nowhere near as high as mine either, and they didn't have a built-up Yunjin, so I actually swapped it out for Fischl with an Elegy. I'll have all the builds for that run also at the end of the video too if you want to check it out, but to me it actually shows how strong this team can actually be. And really quickly, the last thing I want to say is that this is a really F2P friendly Xiao. What's really hard about Xiao sometimes is that it's actually really hard to make a good F2P build for him. He's pretty demanding when it comes to weapons, the most free-to-play accessible one being the Black Cliff pole. So this actually ends up being a team and build that he can utilize another actual free-to-play weapon, because I do believe you get the Favonius Lance for free at some point in the game. And then even if you're only wishing on character banner, you should probably be able to pick up a couple of these refinements over time. And the account that I actually did this clear on was a pretty much free-to-play account, not necessarily. Only bought 2 Welkins and a battle pass. So let's just go ahead and get right into that run.
之鸦，地华生命。你很疼， 一线交织，
无聊，嘿，就此消失。
黑之翼，
彩雨流红，彩。
不必行动，收。中场收工。
细腰魔舞，
Okay, please step back this time.
枝叶换线，
只识成景，羽线难画。
一线交织，
不用。
Oh my gosh, game, give me my burst, please. It's right there.
在行动，彩雨流红，
眼生如何？枝叶换线，
就此消失。
This could be the run.
彩，古华生命，
也很疼。一线交织，黑之翼，停。
悲鸣吧，不用。
Come on. Oh yeah, we got this, we got this, we got this, we got this, we got this. Let's go. Support Xiao. Winnable. Winnable. Support Xiao. Winnable. That's a support Xiao. Yo, wait a minute. That's a Xiao. 72, 125. Level 80 Favonius Lance. 4-piece Viridescent. Here are the pieces. Attack, Animo, crit rate. C0, 888. Whoo, Yelan. On a rainbow set, I'm pretty sure. 55, 181, 171 ER. Wish I had more ER. Level 60 Favbo. 2 Noblesse, that's it. C0, 187. Who else is on the team? Xingqiu, 49, 91. Saxword, R4, level 80, 4 Noblesse. C2, 288. And then freaking Fischl, where is she? Fischl, Elegy, 2 Crimson 2 Wanderers rainbow set, C3, 1, 9, and 6. That did it. That did it. Support Xiao. Let's go. 145 ping. We did it.